Colorado State, Utah State. We've got Colorado State 3-point road favorites, 57 being the total here in this game. Boy, I hate to actually give Steve Adazio some kind words and some credit, but the team's covered 4 straight, 3-1 straight up. The only loss was at Iowa, and a game they actually gave Iowa everything they could handle, but they blow out Toledo 22-6, 32-14 over San Jose State, to dismantle New Mexico 36-7. It was dominant by Colorado State. 373 total yards. They outgained the Lobos, 4.2 yards per play. It was not even close. I mean, there was just a domination from start to finish. Centeo is actually playing good and not turning the ball over. They're running the ball with great effectiveness, led by David Bailey. So, it's a team, and the defense has been awesome. Now, New Mexico's got a non-existent offense. Utah State does have an offense, so we'll see how they fare here. And let's keep in mind, too, the Toledo win. Toledo's got a decent offense, but the last 3 games, Iowa's offense is plodding. San Jose State's offense hasn't been the same since Starkel got injured. New Mexico has no offense whatsoever. Before we go crazy lauding the Ram defense, let's acknowledge that this is going to be a more potent offense they're up against here, facing this Utah State team with Logan Bonner and Peasley, those 2 quarterbacks. And that Blake Anderson up-tempo spread, can really do damage once they get going. And look, not a pretty win, but they took care of business against UNLV. Against BYU, they hung in there, but turnovers doomed them. And we talked about the Boise State game. Those 2 losses to BYU and Boise State don't, totally go crazy, downgrading Utah State for those games. They turned it over a bunch against BYU and against Boise State, or they could have had a better fate here. Right now, I'm not involved in the game, but 3.5s are now like we're seeing from 1 to 3.5 here with the move in this game. There might be a point where I'm starting to get interested in the home dog here, Utah State. Maybe not quite there yet, but I don't know. I think this is a step. I think this is definitely going to be a more challenging offense for Colorado State's defense to try to shut down here. We'll have to wait and see. What do you think, Conor, Matt? Colorado State and Utah State.
I agree. I mean, maybe this team's getting better, but and then they beat up on their competition you talked about. But they still lost to Vandy early, South Dakota State. I think this is more of a good game. I love that they're catching on. I want this to go up with Colorado State. I'm going to come back with Utah State, and I lean under. I know Utah State is, scores points, but I think this can stay under. Colorado State is an under team. I've been on their unders all year. They're 4-1. 2 of them, and that San Jose just got over that 32-14. So I'm under 57 here.
All right, like in the under.